Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to the, what would it be, the 4th of December, and the end of the frozen mornings. It's 41 out here today. It's weird to come out and everything not be froze up. And it was nice seeing the truck clean for 2 days, but by the time we get to work, the truck ain't gonna be so clean no more. It's a light sprinkle now, but you can see it rained overnight. Everything's all wet.
On the freeway.
Yeah. Alright. Let's head on that way.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well there, little woman.
It's a little man.
Dadgum rain and air. Although the car or the truck, it didn't do hardly anything to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it rained, full windshield wipers, get on the other side of Castle Rock. It's been like this ever since.
Purdy.
No complaints from this side. Alright, you have yourself a wonderful hump day, and I'll see you in the passings.
Sounds wonderful.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Love you. See you. Bye there, little woman.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
I got an email. It's been a few days ago, but someone was pointing out how I talk about don't plug in, regular battery tender to a tender lead or anything on a BMW, because they don't want you hooking directly to the battery because of sparks or whatever can wipe out ignition stuff. So they want you back flushing through the charge port using an approved charger, or just take the battery all the way out. So I thought, perfect opportunity. Apparently the battery's low enough it won't start it. So the reason of the email is they see me connecting the BMW charger to the bikes, directly to the battery terminals. And they go, how is that different than just plugging in a battery tender? Well, this fancy $1,700 Dewang fancy charger, it's got filters in it. So let me see how I can film this so I can show you. And same rules apply as with all batteries. When you're going on, always positive first, negative last. When you're coming off, when you're removing it, it's negative first, positive last. So just reverse order. So I'm gonna lay this thing down just for the sake of showing you what's going on here. See, it's just in a mode, it's just waiting for something to be connected to it. So I got the positive on, and it's when you're connecting this, it's just like you never use a running car to jump a motorcycle battery. It's perfectly fine to use a car to jump a motorcycle battery, but the car cannot be running because the alternator puts out so much juice. That light little arc that you see can wipe out the electronics. And this is just not BMW. Just BMW is adamant that you don't do it. And they can see it throws codes, whether it's in the DME or the ground module, I'm not sure which, ZFE, whichever your bike has. It can tell when this has been done, and that is not warranty. It will be denied, the claim. They can tell when it was done with a battery charger being attached. So anyway, because this thing has a delay, I can hook this up and then go back to the battery charger here. All right, so she's hooked up. Now she's thinking. Right now, nothing's going on. And now it's charging. It is putting 1.1 amps. That's not... I need to test the battery. If this thing's too low to start, it may be a battery health issue, because that thing should be way laying amperage to it. But sometimes it'll put a low amperage and sneak back. But anyway, what this thing does is it analyzes what's attached to it. There's nothing. No voltage being transferred back and forth until that thing analyzes the battery. Then once it figures out, it's like a battery tester being attached to it. It's not throwing any voltage. It's not going to cause any arcs. It's filtered. And then once the charger decides what's attached to it, then it turns on and does its business. That's how it's safe to put this $1,700 charger and just clamp it directly to batteries like you guys see me do. That's it. I quit. I'm leaving work. I'm gonna drive down here to our Honda automobile dealership and get that DW1 tranny oil and the dual pump oil. It's time for the changes on these things. It is so amazingly easy to work on this thing. There's no tranny filter. There is a filter, but it's like the little dirt bikes. You only mess with it if there's some kind of a failure. So anyway, I was gonna bust that out right quick. I'm overdue on it. On the last service, it was due again, and I just did the oil and reset the service and said I was gonna go back and do it, and I haven't yet. We're gonna do that today. Just like that, quick and easy peasy. All genuine Honda stuff, always OEM. And look at this, you can buy refills. You remember the day you could buy refills for your wipers? Nothing works better than them OEM wiper blades. And no, the thing in the window doesn't, it just floats right over them. There's nothing, it just doesn't do anything. Dual pump oil, tranny oil's laying down the bottom. All my sealing washers, and I'm ready to do a tranny and rear diff service on this thing. Literally just takes moments. It's the greatest thing ever. Gotta love the Hondas. So while I'm driving down the road here, I'll touch on something. I've seen a couple of comments about my referral to using the GS 911 on your BMWs. Nothing's happened yet, but there's discussion. You know, the whole, if maybe you don't know, but Harley had to pay a $12+ million fine for selling the Super Tuner Pros like I've used on all of mine, because it allows the customer to push the bike out of street legal parameters, even though the warning and stuff, just like everything else, it says it's for closed course competition, track use only. We all just say okay and then go on. Well, Harley got sued for it. So part of their deal is every time they hook up Digital Technician, which is Harley's computers, like BMW is the next, and you know, buds for Spyders, but anyway, every time they hook it up, it looks for a little snippet code that when you hook something aftermarket up to your bike, like a tuner or something like that, that is not, you know, OEM approved, your powertrain warranty immediately at that time gets voided. Not the warranty on the whole vehicle, but powertrain, which is the heart of your vehicle. So this is mandated by the EPA. The federal government here in the United States is forcing Harley to do that. So every time you hook up, or they hook up a Harley to Digital Technician, it sends a code out to the EPA, and they can read how and what the customer's done to it. And if they've done something that's non-OEM approved to be street legal, they have to, by penalty, have to void your warranty. Well, BMW runs into problems where people are not using OEM parts and chemicals, not doing full services, and then they're paying for warranties that are not a defect of the vehicle. It's people using improper stuff. You know, I talked to you guys, you know, OEM oils and stuff like that. If you're not running BMW oil in your BMW, you're asking for it. But that's a whole nother story. I don't care what BS you've read, watched, what some salesman sold you. I'm telling you, put the BMW oil in your BMW. But at any rate, there's talks among all the other manufacturers, because the scuttlebutt is, I have no personal knowledge or official knowledge or anything, all the other manufacturers are going to run into the same thing. Well, BMW, when you put that GS 911 on there, see, one of the things when we do a service on the bike, we build the service through BMW, so BMW knows that we put BMW and only BMW parts and oils and whatever in your service. It's built into it, and that gets tagged to your bike. Well, when it leaves a snippet in there that a GS 911 or whatever else was plugged into it, and that alerts them. So where BMW is super cool, you're out of warranty, and that should have been something that didn't fail. You're not going to get that super cool, you know, out of warranty consideration. You're just, when you're out, you're out. And it may, who knows, just my speculating here, it may come to a point where it'll be like Harley, where the government, if they see you're not putting approved stuff in there, your warranty could get voided. Nothing like that's going on yet, but they harp on us big time, you know, saying that we're not, you know, training the customer correct, and the importance of using all the OEM stuff and taking it to a trained dealer. And then you get these, you know, yahoos, oh, it's all about stealing from the customer and stuff. None of that's going on. Come on. I deal with this day in and day out, and people you deal with BRP, Honda, BMW, these are just, you know, family guys just doing their job. Nobody's trying to scam you into buying only OEM stuff because they're making all this money on it. I don't know about the BMW, but I know BRP, they don't make crap on their chemicals. They're just trying to protect their equipment. Everybody tries to put something evil into everything. It drives me nuts. People are so negative. It drives me crazy. But anyway, that was what I meant by, because every time you plug that thing in there, BMW sees it. Whenever it's plugged into BMW diagnostics, you come in for a warranty thing, you've been doing all your services, that's fine, and nothing's going to happen at this point, so don't freak out. But at some point, I think it's all going to change, and it's going to be like Harley. When a bike gets connected here in the United States, BMW is going to have to send a file to the feds, you know, basically proving that, you know, they're taking care of their equipment to follow all the rules, you know, that they're guaranteeing that their bikes are staying within legal parameters. You start messing around with a bunch of stuff and it doesn't show that, it could get ugly. I think that's the future. But anyway, I just wouldn't be, we're absolutely not allowed to plug one into it. One of those is never going to enter the doors of this dealership. We don't have to. Although it becomes very frustrating when the computer's down waiting for an update. Somebody made a comment about that, and I feel your pain because it happens to us off and on too. And even if we had multiple computers, when the update comes, it comes, and it's an unfortunate thing. It'd be nice if it did it real quick. But anyway, don't panic yet if you're doing all your own services and stuff. You know, I do my own services on my Harleys and all of the motorcycles I own too, so I know what that's like. But like the BMWs and the Spyders, I hook it up to the factory computer and reset it, and I do it exactly like the manufacturer says. I do all the checks, and you know, it's just like it's here. I'm just doing it at home, except for the BMW I have to bring here because I can't bring it has to be hooked up to our server. But anyway, that's it. I'm gone. That's the drain. You just use a 1/4 inch. Get in there, knock her loose. Got to pull the dipstick out so she's got a free flow. She's good and hot. So let me drain the tranny. Word to the wise: do not leave your fob inside your car and then try to re-enter the car. My ears gonna be ringing for a while. That was really loud. Yep, she needed it, alrighty-dighty. Good old OEM stuff. Nothing gets through. The whole intake track right to the throttle body is just spotless. It's as clean as the paint on the side of this thing. I'm telling you, OEM or bust. But she's all done. Got the refills, wiper refills, air filter, tranny, and diff oil. You get that tranny pan out from underneath there, it's gonna be a serious problem here. But I'll go dump that next. Do you guys remember Harley? Is that wild? Look how much he looks like Sosha.
That's it.
Oh, you are so good looking. He's like a big husky version of Sosha. And like I was telling Richard here, I have to go home and wash Sosha because this is what she feels like when she's clean. But this is his second birthday. And he drove all the way down here from the Olympia area just so we could see Harley. He is smart as a whip, dude. kind of freaky. Good looking dog. Listen to how he pays attention in.
Down. Lay down. Except for now.
What was it? About taking a going, getting cleaned up.
Yep. Tell him to go get in the shower. He'll go do it.
That's so cool.
Tell him his feet are dirty. He'll go stand in the shower and wait till he can clean his paws. And
He says he doesn't like it, but he goes in like, okay, let's get this over with.
actually, I just have to tell him that he's starting to smell, and he'll go in there and wait for it.
Well, thanks for bringing him by. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
He's so beautiful. All right, let's head north to Alaska.
Sounds
Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, I went to play a video when my phone's connected to the car. Anything you play plays over that. So I switched the car to, it was in XM Sirius from last night or whatever. So I switched it over to Bluetooth, and it just immediately picked up iTunes and started playing. So we were listening to Chris and that old Ray Charles.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, that one there brings tears to my eyes.
So I know this kind of Christmassy funk mood. Not a bad thing, just you know,
reminiscing.
Yeah. That's wild.
Thinking about things and
It's amazing how a song can just flood your head.
Oh, I know it.
The amount of stuff you can think in the 2 or 3 minute song, whatever. It's not a very long song. It's amazing the stuff that goes through your head.
Oh, I know it.
Crazy. It's that time of year though that those kind of thoughts start going through.
It is.
Hopefully they're all good for you. I don't think of anything negative.
No.
You know, there's kind of that longing thing of the, kids growing up and thinking of when you were a kid and stuff like that. But those are good feelings. Kind of sad that those times slip away and everybody goes about doing their own lives. But it's just a cycle of life, you know.
Is.
But anyway, the Honda ran good. Wasn't running bad before. Just required maintenance, So that was fun, getting that done today.
Nice.
Oh, and the BMW was just, I need to figure out what fuse that is, but it was a 7.5 amp fuse. There's hardly any fuses on a BMW. It's one great big main fuse. It's big 40 amp, big old thing. And then I knew there was them two, I think it's like a wake up line or something. I'll look that up and see what it is, but fuse is blown, replaced it. Boom, bike lights right up. There's nothing wrong with the battery. She was
amazing, a small thing.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody tried to hook up a charger up to it wrong or something. I don't know. I'll find out what that fuse is and let you guys know. But on that, I think we're gonna call it a night.
All right.
I might ponder washing Sosha. I can't get over how fantastic Harley felt.
I know it.
And literally, it's the same fur.
Need baths.
Yeah.
Depends on if we want to battle.
Yeah, Sashi's so prissy,
I know.
She's never had a bath.
I know it.
If you get her, leave her out in the rain, get her wet, she gets all silky and soft and stuff.
Yeah.
So this should be quite an
She'll
experience.
only be traumatized by me.
Yeah, poor old Sashi.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for watching so much. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. All right.
Alrighty.
Till tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
See what that. Well, I know one thing I gotta do tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Alright.
It's not a bad thing. It's just not a fun job, especially when it's a warranty job that just keeps coming back and keeps coming back. It's a different hole every time. If that gives you a hint, I've done several before, so we'll be doing another one tomorrow. All right.
That's it.
That's it.
Alrighty.
All right. See you guys in the
You
morning.
guys take care.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.